Hello, today we're going to learn about a nice hook, useCallback. So first, what are hooks? They are a new feature that lets you use class features inside a functional component. useCallback prevents unnecessary re-renders, making your code way more efficient. So take for example this simple function app, inside which we're going to create a state, and this state, let's call it callback count, will keep count of the number of times we'll call our function useCallback. We'll give it an initial state of 0, and don't forget to import from React useCallback and useState. So then we're going to create our callback function that we call callback function, very original. So useCallback, this function takes two parameters, first a callback function and then a dependency array. So first we create our function and then an array. The function will be something really simple. Console log callback count, nice little message like hello callback. So for now, what does this do? All it does is call console log once. Why? Because we give it an array of dependency that is empty. But if we do this callback count, what it'll do is call console log when callback count has changed. Otherwise, it will only return a memorized version of the callback function. By which I mean it will be a cached version of the function. So if we do this, an empty array means it will be executed once, and every other time its callback function is called, it will be a cached version of the function. Let's put the count again here, like this. So we have our useCallback hook or useState. But how do we change callback count? With a little button here, with an onClick event that will be a function set callback count. And this will only increment the callback count +1. Let's not forget also here to return callback count, otherwise it won't work. So what can be interesting with useCallback is this example. You take a parent component that often re-renders. Inside this parent, we have a child component that takes, for example, a function prop. At each re-render, the child will re-execute its function prop uselessly. However, if you pass useCallback as a prop with a dependency array, it resolves the issue, because the function will be executed only when the dependency changes, and every other re-render will then get a cached function. So here we create our child component that will take a prop, let's call it action, and it will be our callback function. So our child component takes the prop here, action. We'll create a state that will keep track of the value returned by action. And we'll also create a side effect with useEffect, and this will only execute action. So set value action. You can see here useEffect also has a dependency array. What we put here is our prop action. So what happens here? When action changes, this function setValue will be executed. And that's all. Let's not forget to import useState and useEffect. And of course, render our value. The child has a value. Now, if you try to click here, we can see the child changes. What we did with useCallback is have two dependency checks. So our child doesn't re-render uselessly. We have the callback count here in the useCallback, and a second check here with the callback function action in useEffect in the child. And that's all for today. Thank you for listening.